Hey guys, it's Melanie. You've seen a lot of me today. Sorry. I just have a lot of candle content that I want to get out over the next 4 weeks. I know that a lot of you are trying to kind of gear up for spring and summer scents, and I wanted to give you my thoughts just in case we share a similar nose on whether certain things are worth picking up or not, and talk a little bit about strength and throw, just so that you know what you're getting before you actually spend your money. So in this video, we are talking about tropical rum punch, and you can see that I'm not even to the halfway point on this one, but I love it so much that we're going to talk about it early. I do have a very good sense of how these new exclusive or Ulta exclusive candles burn. I have finished the coconut margarita that was recently in my empties. I also, and I hate to say this because I know it's probably wasteful, but I never even really finished the lemongrass breeze because I couldn't stand the scent. The burn was fine. Like it was great. I didn't have any problems with sooting or the wax turning colors or anything like that. It was just the pure fact that I don't like lemongrass. It's just not in my wheelhouse of scents that I love. And every time that I lit it, I would walk into the laundry room and just go, oh, no, I can't. I don't like it. So, obviously the lemongrass breeze is not a candle that will find much love in my house, but if you like lemongrass, it is very lemongrassy. Yeah, it's a very distinct, it's a very intense scent. It's not my thing. I'll tell you what my thing is though, and that's tropical rum punch. I'm pretty sure this is a repackage. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me 100%, but I've never tried it in the past if it is a repackage. I just feel like I remember this being either a 3-wick or a 4-wick before. If you can remember that far back, again, I have the attention span and memory capabilities of a field mouse, so I can't recall 100%. But those of you with better memories, please put the information in the comment section down below. I'm so glad that I bought this. This is one of my favorite new scents from Homeworx. It's absolutely delicious. It is delightful. It is summer in a candle, and my only hope is that Harry also puts this one into a 4-wick candle, because the thing about these new 3-wicks is that they just don't pack the strength and throw punch that I need in my open concept house. This one actually does okay in my entryway, and when I'm referring to my entryway, it is this area. Well, there's Mr. Kong. It's this area over here. I will put a candle, like you can actually see a Scentworx candle right there in the middle of the entryway, and it's a fragrance vortex. Whatever tornado I have going through my house, it just kind of lives in this area, and it throws the scent all the way upstairs and throughout the entire downstairs. So this one does okay there. But these particular candles, I feel like, are going to be much better for those of you that don't live in the more modern open concept style homes. Like if you have a very distinct living room, distinct kitchen, dining, bedrooms, like if you tend to live maybe in like a house that is, I don't know, let's say 1,500 square feet or smaller, these candles are probably going to do fine in your house. We have an over 4,000 square foot house. This cannot fill my house. The 4-wicks, when placed in the right location, totally do fill my entire house. but this one, it does not. So there is not quite as much surface area to begin with as a traditional 4-wick. You can see I just lit this one for the review here. And it's only 3 wicks. So you're not going to get as much of a punch of fragrance, if you will, from this versus the, and I'll just show you here for 1 second. So this is a 4-wick, obviously much more surface area. Currently resting my camera on top of it. Can't find my tripod. I'm very curious about where that went, by the way. Have to ask my daughter. Okay, you guys, Tropical Rum Punch. Let's talk about the scent. Let's talk about the strength and the throw. And let's talk about just how highly I recommend that you at least sniff this because it's so good. Okay, lush and intoxicating. The notes for these, by the way, are just, they're on the front. They're also, by the way, on the bottom here. So guava, spiced rum, lime, and nutmeg. Oh, that sounds like a really random combination of things, especially the spiced rum and the nutmeg. I wouldn't necessarily think to pair nutmeg with lime or with guava even, but somehow this works and it's magical. Really, the predominant note is that very sweet guava. Right behind that is definitely a fresh squeezed sweet lime. I can totally get the nutmeg. I love nutmeg. It's my favorite spice. I totally get it. I get the spicy nutmeg note, but it's not overly spicy. It's like, it's more of a subdued spicy nutmeg. Does that make sense? Probably not. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so tropical, you guys. Even with the nutmeg, it's so tropical. I don't get a spiced rum note at all, though. A lot of times when Harry creates a candle that has like a quote unquote boozy note in it, it's very noticeable. And there are a lot of people that are turned off by the boozy notes. I don't know if it was just accidentally left out of this one. If it was, that was a great choice. But I really don't get that boozy rum note at all in this. This is sweet with that hint of nutmeg and that fresh squeezed lime and that tropical guava. It's a pretty sweet candle, you guys. But here's the thing. Because the strength and throw are more of like a 5.5, 6, it's not cloying. I think even in a smaller house, I don't think this would be a cloying scent, despite the fact that it has that sweet guava in there. It's just so well done. I am desperate to get my hands on this in a 4-wick so that I can have a strength and the throw of more of like a, I don't know, let's say 7 or 8, which is typically what I'm used to with my average Homeworx candles. Sometimes I get a Homeworx that's like a 9, but those are rare. Typically, what I like to see from my Homeworx candle is at least a 6.5 to like an 8. That's kind of my minimum range for me to really be happy with them. And this falls just shy of that. But I mean, it's a 3-wick candle. Like it's not going to do it. So that being said, do I recommend this one? Obviously. I think you should at least go sniff it out. If your Homeworx, not your Homeworx, if your Ulta stores have gotten these in stock, in store, stop by and sniff it out because it's really, really good. Right now, these, what are they, 14 ounces? Yep, these are 14 ounce candles. They are retailing for 15 bucks at Ulta. I'm wondering if at some point Ulta is going to do a like 2 for $25 type special. Maybe once these are kind of old news, they might move to that type of special because Ulta is still doing the 2 for $40. So I think if they do the 4 wicks at a discount, if you buy in bulk, they should definitely do the same for these 3 wicks. And I think if they were 2 for $25, and especially if you had one of the Ulta 20% off coupons, snatch this up. It's so good, you guys. I'm in love. I'll link it down below. I think it's totally worth snagging. So the overall burn on these has been really good. The wax is a really nice creamy white, and I'll show you again from the top here. You can kind of see it there. You can see there's just the tiniest bit of residue that this one is leaving that the other ones did not, but it's just like almost like the candle is sweating a little bit. It's not because it's wax, but it's just that little tiny bit of wax gets left behind on this one. The other ones I did not have that problem with. They just burned very clean and there's like no residue on the side of the jar. These have been pulling out perfectly on their own. I only very slightly trimmed the wicks on these. I really like the wicks here. They are skinny. They form some mushroom tops, but not like huge mushroom tops. So these don't burn crazy hot. The burn time, let's see, did they put a range on here? They say 30 to 40 hours. I don't know. I could definitely see 30 to 35. I think 40 hours would be pushing it, to be honest. But 30, easily. 35, I could see 35 even. I love it, you guys. I cannot wait to get more of this. I think it's a really great one. Now, I want it in a 4-wick because that's just gonna work better in my open concept house here, but I'm really impressed with the fragrance of this one. And if you are like me and you typically like sweet, fruity scents, you're gonna love this. If you're afraid of that spiced rum note, don't be. It doesn't exist. I'm not picking that up on my nose, on cold sniff or when it's burning. It's just not there. By the way, these do come with these gorgeous wood lids. If you follow like home decor trends or whatever, like wood is huge this year. I just think the texture on these is gorgeous. And guess what I've been doing with these? I take this little, oh, I broke a nail. So I can't grab things, but you can take this little plastic thing off when you're done. And I've been using these as coasters and they work great as coasters. In fact, I have a set that I'm building to be able to use in this room right here. These match my table perfectly. Love them. Anyway, you guys, let me know if you've tried Tropical Rum Punch. What are your thoughts? I'm crazy about it, obviously. But do let us know down below what your thoughts are. I will link this at Ulta. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And if you watch the other two today, I think you deserve a gold star for sitting through 3 videos from me in one day. But hopefully this gives you a good start on whether you want to purchase some of these candles for your spring and summer collection or not. I hope that it's helpful in terms of knowing what the strength and the throw and what the notes are, at least to my nose. It can definitely vary from person to person. So make sure that you check out other people's reviews or check out the reviews on the website. You know, make sure you do your due diligence, but I'm in love. All right, you guys, thanks so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.